Hi there, it's Friday. That means it's time for Friday's real estate tip. I'm Donna Cardenas with the Barbara and Dona Realty Group out of Atlanta Communities, and let's get started. I thought I would put together a series of videos that would tell you how to prepare for marketing your house. You've decided to put your home on the market and you need to know what to do. So I've set up a 6-part series, and they will cover everything from preparing to sell your home, which would include updating and things that you can do to increase the value. Next would be a video all about staging. We hire a professional stager when you list with us, but we'll give you tips on how to do that. Of course, the next step would be talking about pricing. Pricing is probably one of the key elements in getting the most that you can for your home. Next would be a video on contract and negotiations. Then we'll do a 5th video on everything that comes between contract and closing. That would be the inspection process, the appraisal process, and monitoring the loan to make sure you actually make it to closing. And that would be the last video in the 6-part series, what to expect when you go to the closing table. So here we go, get started with video 1. Hi there, welcome back. Let's get started on part 1 of your 6-part series videos on selling your home, what you need to know. So number 1 is preparing the home for market. This includes everything from the most basic of items, which is cleaning the house, spick and span. If you can, have a professional cleaner come in. Make sure you clean all the baseboards, clean the refrigerator if it's part of the sale, clean blinds, window blinds, shutters, all of that sort of thing. Cleaning the house of clutter, including all of your closets and your cabinets. You are going to be moving, so go ahead and start packing now. Pack up everything that you're not using on a daily basis. I heard a statistic somewhere recently that most people rotate about no more than 5 pieces of clothing. So look at that closet really hard and pay attention and get rid of most of it. If you think about any new home community, if you've been into a new home community, there is nothing of personal items in the home. Everything is just clean lines. And that's what you want for your home. You want it to show that way so that people can envision themselves in your home, envision it as theirs, and that's what you want. One of the tips that I always share with all of my sellers is if you hire us, you are going to be moving, so go ahead and pack up everything. Do it now while you've got the time, as opposed to once you get your contract. You're going to be stressed. There's negotiating the contract and everything that's involved in getting to the closing, which I'll go over in future videos in the series. But you're going to be stressed out with all of that, so why put yourself under more stress by leaving all of the packing, the heavy packing, till then? So go ahead and do it now. The second thing that I tell my sellers is the more times that you can get a buyer to say wow, the quicker they're going to write the offer and for more money. And what I mean by that is most buyers will start on the internet. They're going to be looking from the comfort of their home or their office at properties. They're going to see yours. If yours really stands out in the picture just from the front shot, that's your first wow. As they start flipping through the pictures that you've that your realtor has taken or that you've taken and put online, the more times you can get them to say wow, that's your second wow. That's enough to get them to go view the property. From the moment they pull up in the driveway, that should be their third wow. You open the front door, that's your next wow. As they're walking through the property, as they're walking through the house, again, the more times they say wow, that is when they're going to be telling their agent, right now, let's write an offer right now before somebody else gets the house. And that is what you're going for. So how do you do that? How do you do that with the least amount of output up front financially. There are some ways to do that. Most notably, lighting. People don't often think about lighting, but that is such an inexpensive way to get the most bang for your buck. Starting with the lights outside your front door. If those have not been updated recently, they're really not that expensive. That is huge. You walk inside the front door, look at the fixtures. If you've got a foyer, check that fixture out as you go through the house. Look at all your ceiling fixtures. Make sure that you have enough. And if I know some homes don't have lighting on the ceilings in the bedrooms, that's a real pet peeve of mine, but if you don't, make sure that you have enough lamps in there, and especially if any of those outlets are associated with a wall switch, make sure that there is a lamp on that wall switch so that when the buyer walks into that room, they can hit a switch and the light will go on. That's huge. That's really, really important. But again, all of those things in the bathroom, make sure your bathroom lights are updated. Kitchen, if there's a light over the sink, which there should be, make sure that one is updated, and all of your light bulbs should be in working condition. I can't stress that enough. The second thing is adding color to the house. Starting from the outside, freshen up your mailbox and put some plants, some color at your mailbox. You want to add some pots with some color at your front door. If you can, add one on each side. If you've got a little stoop right outside the front, a couple of steps, add some plants there. And then as you go, open up the front door. Even putting a wreath, a pop of color on your front door, that's something else that you can do. Again, all of these so far are not expensive purchases, and some of this you could even take when you leave, like the pots at the front door, a wreath on the front door. You can take those things with you, but that really dresses the house up and it's not very expensive. As you walk in through the house, even if you've had it just recently painted, take a close look and make sure that you have chosen colors that are updated and somewhat neutral in color. You don't want to go all white or all cream. You definitely want to consult with a stager or a color expert and get the current colors and do that. That will help. Again, not that expensive, especially if you do it yourself, and the return on that on these items that I'm mentioning is huge. So in addition to what I've mentioned so far, the next thing that you really want to spend some time on is going through the house room by room, packing up everything as I've already mentioned, but really truly go through it and make sure your closets don't have much left in them. You want to get your shoes up, anything that's sitting on the floor of the closet, you want to get that up off the ground. Clean lines. In your bathrooms, same thing. Make sure there's nothing on the counters. Empty as much as you can out from underneath the sinks. Get a little basket and put what you use on a daily basis in those baskets. When you're ready to use them in the morning, you pull the basket out, use it, and then you put it away. Easy. Same thing in the kitchen. There's going to be things that you are going to use while your home is on the market. Clean out the cabinets underneath so that you can put those items in the cabinets. When you need them, you pull them out, and then it's an easy fix to slide them back in when you leave for the day so that when you have showings, they're not sitting on the counter. That's really the bulk of what I wanted to share with you in this video about preparing your home for market. The next video will go into a little bit more detail on staging and really going room to room and making sure that the home shows the best that it possibly can. If you have questions, please feel free to drop me some comments below, and I'll be happy to respond to them and answer any questions that you have. You can also reach us at findyourhomeinAtlanta.com or 404-537-3755. We are happy to help you however we can. Our job is to consult with you and help you get your home sold. I hope this is helpful. If there's other topics that you'd like to find out more about, be sure to let us know. If you like what you've heard, Make sure that you subscribe to our videos so that you will be notified of future ones, and check back with us next week for part 2, staging your home in preparation for sale. Have a great weekend.